The topic of this week's episode is addiction.
What? What are you talking about?
Thomas Warren's addiction with pinball machines.
Oh, you're talking about the reference to Pachenko.
Yeah, I thought that was very clear what I just said.
Well, I was thinking we learned a new vocabulary word this week, Pachenko. Because I didn't know what Pachenko was. Did you know what Pachenko was?
No, I didn't.
So Japanese pinball machines, which they talk about in the episode. Clearly, There's an alternative purpose for them.
I just thought everybody knew what I was talking about when I said addiction with pinball machines.
No. But pinball machines or exorcism, I guess that's kind of stay tuned and you'll find out what we mean, whether the Japanese pinball machines, Pachenko, have an alternative purpose.
If you are completely lost and don't know what the heck we're talking about, we are the Talking Tapes podcast, where we are talking about the black tapes.
The black tapes.
The black tapes.
The black tapes.
Okay, that's enough. Just stop. This week we're talking about episode 210, Welcome to the Machine. I honestly thought that it really started about the machine on how Alex Reagan kind of titled it, Welcome to the Machine, where it talked about the Pachenko machines. But then I thought that half of it was really centered around Strand and his past. I don't know if that's just me. You can tweet us what you guys think, but I really thought
learn a lot more about
Strand's past. And then we were also introduced to a new character, Kelly Miller. And that's not his or her really name.
That's the one with the voice blocked out.
With the voice block, and she had a really deep voice.
You think it was a girl?
I thought it was a girl. How deep her voice was, like, auto-tuned, though, I thought it might have been a girl.
Well, I think kind of a man, because typically man, especially if they're delivering these huge Pachenko machines.
Yeah.
But then they're carrying these things up. But that's the part I didn't understand. Do they actually deliver them or not deliver them? No, because he did.
Yeah.
They delivered them, and then they saw it being used on the girl, right?
Right.
The little girl.
Mm-hmm. The girl that was possessed.
The pinball machine / exorcism machine. And so those are made by Luciturnica Resources. That's the delivery company or the company that makes them?
I'm pretty sure that's
David Corp, which is Thomas
company.
Warren, orders them from Luciturnica, and then it turns out nobody's having a pinball party. They're doing an exorcism.
Yeah.
Right? Because
I believe so. Yeah.
The strange voice leaves. They forgot to get the receipt signed, so they go back.
And walks into this exorcism scene.
Super freaked out.
Yeah, that she or he claims that it was like a movie and it was so unreal. Could you imagine walking into an exorcism scene? That's just like, it freaks me out. That'd be like without that screen. Oh, well, would not like to do that.
Yeah.
Just no. But also, resorting back to episode 209, they said about men in black suits.
Particularly 3 men in black suits.
Right. I think in 209 was 5. But they're all in black suits.
Well, the commonality, there's men in black suits.
With a big machine.
Not necessarily priests, because even in the exorcisms prior, with the priests involved, the professionals come in. So what's the tie-in here? So do you think there's, other than obviously we're now tying Thomas Warren to these exorcisms through the Pachenko machine delivery, and we've got the commonality in the black suits being on the scene. Was there anything else that stood out as far as the exorcism goes that ties to the other stories or possibly relates to the search?
Well, towards the end of the talk with Kelly, where he or she said, like, she was trying to move, and Alex says, move? Like, what do you mean move?
She asked that question.
Yeah, and Kelly said, out of this world.
Then there's the dramatic.
Yeah, it was like a dramatic music, and it went to a commercial.
So whether that was just, that's something, or,
So I guess that kind of stood out to me. It was just trying to move out of this world.
You know, you've got, later in the episode, right, you've got, which we'll get to in a minute, you're talking about Percival Black trying to usher in the apocalypse or the demons, right? And now you've got, in contrast, you've got the Pachenko machines and casting out the demons. Is this exorcism, does this mean Thomas Warren is a good guy trying to help get rid of demons? Or is there something else going on where they're actually part of the ushering in of the apocalypse or the demons or whatever?
Well, like it says, it's not a normal exorcism.
Right.
It's three men in black suits with a random pinball, or it could be,
but we're
like
kind of being
machine.
led to believe that Thomas Warren is maybe on the bad guy side, right?
Yeah.
But at the same time, though, they're not. In this instance, then they're casting out demons, though.
Right.
Or are they?
Well, that's another question that are still like in our heads circulating. Like,
so how does Thomas Warren tie to the story, or if there's any direct relationship with Strand, and then as is he a good guy or a bad guy? I think we're kind of being led to believe that he's a bad guy, but yet they're casting out the demons. So we got a dramatic end. Like you said, there was like she was trying to get out of this world. We've got the black suits. We've got the dang pachinko machines. Watch out if you see a Japanese pinball machine.
Yeah, leave.
And you're a child.
Out.
You may or may not want to be in that room.
So then it comes to Alex, and she's at Howard Strand, which is Dr. Strand's father, and she's allowed to look through a stack that.
Yeah, that's pretty interesting that Dr. Richard Strand, who is one of the main characters, if not the main character of the story, allows Alex Regan to go back to his dad's house and kind of dig carte blanche through his things.
But Dr. Strand gives his assistant Alex a pile of stuff, but knowing Alex, she doesn't stay to the pile. She looks along the other stuff.
Alex isn't his assistant, though.
I know. Dr. Strand's assistant gave Alex a pile to look through, and she went off the track of looking through that pile.
So what she finds that's significant is the letters, right?
From the 70s, with Howard talking to some guy trying to prepare Richard for the mantle of the dragon.
It doesn't say prepare Richard. It says prepare the boy.
Prepare the boy.
Right.
Yeah.
It doesn't specifically refer to Richard.
Right.
It talks about prepare the boy, and then is this a part they mention to carry the mantle of the dragon, and then there's the 14-digit numbers, and then like Black Tapes always does, then it's like then it skips to something else.
Thank you for listening to part 1 of the first episode of the Talking Tapes. We will soon have part 2 out, so stay tuned.